Welcome student. Last lecture we discussed the introduction part and few important concepts related with the metals and non-metal process. Okay, so today again we will revise what exactly we covered and further content of this topic. So occurrence of metals and non-metals. We know that how many metals and non-metals are available right now, though they are mentioned here. Total 92 naturally occurring metal. Right now we have many more metals. 118 total elements are there. Many of them are metals and few of them are non-metals, and few metals and few non-metals. Among them there are certain elements, they show the property of both metals and non-metals. They are called as a metalloids. Some metals like the gold, silver, they are found in a native form. It means they are present as it is. They don't react with anyone. But a few metals, they are react with a element such as oxide. It means they react with oxygen. They react with a sulfur. They react with a carbonate. They react with a silicate. So what is the important concept in this point? Some metals, they are present individually, but some metals, they are present in a combined form, like oxygen, react with oxygen, react with the sulfur, react with the carbonate, or react with the silicate. Same condition is with non-metals. The non-metals, they are present in a free state. Okay, but few non-metals, they are combined with the sulfur, phosphorus, and with any other kind of the element. So what are the name of the non-metal? They are present in a free state: neon, argon, krypton, xenon, helium. And what are the metals which are present in a free form? Gold, silver, platinum, etc. So examples are very important in this slide. Next, so this is a periodic table. What is periodic table? It is a table in which how many total elements they are exist in the nature, which include metals, non-metals, and metalloid. You can see here whatever the blue part, they are the metals, green part, it is a metalloid, and the yellow part, it is a non-metal. Okay, so in this table we can easily analyze, we can easily explain you what kind of the metals they are present at what position. Its position is also fixed. Okay, detail about this periodic table you will learn in the class 9 and class 10. Next, metallurgy. What is mean by the metallurgy? Metallurgy, it is a science. It is a science of extraction of metal. What is mean by the extraction? Extraction, it means to obtain. Okay, extraction, it means to obtain. Extraction of metal. So how we can obtain a metals? From their ores. What is mean by the ores? Ores are nothing but the metals when they combine with any other elements, like already we discussed metal combined with the oxide, sulfide. So when they combine, they form ores, and from these ores we want to obtain a metals. Okay, obviously it's required the purification. So what are the different process we are involved? So these processes, it is nothing but the branch of science called as a metallurgy. So what is meant by the metallurgy? It is a science of extraction of metals from their ores and their purification. Obviously purification is required because we want to isolate, we want to extract from the ores. Okay, so minerals. What is meant by the minerals? Obviously word indicate that mines. Minerals are naturally occurring substance because they are obtained from mines. They are naturally occurring substance containing one or more element or their compounds. Obviously when they found in a mines, it means they contain main component, but along with the main component they also contain other component and they bind with each other. Okay, suppose this is a single component, but this component, it is not a one single form. It contains the other form also get linked with it. Okay, when we are get isolate from this one, suppose I want to isolate, I want to extract metals from this one. Okay, so this is called as ores. Okay, and when they are found in mines, we are called minerals. Okay, so what is exactly position of the ores? They can found in a minerals. And what is meant by the minerals? Minerals are the naturally occurring substance which contain one or more element, or they are present in the form of compounds. What is meant by the ore? Ore is a mineral. Obviously, ore is a form of minerals from which one or more metals can be extracted profitably. Okay, it means already we discussed what is meant by the ore. Ore contain gold particle. Ore contain, I will explain that. Suppose this is a one kind of the metal I want to extract, but it is not mean that this metal it is present as it is in the soil or in the minerals. Along with this metal, some other component may get attached with this. I am not interested in this one. So this completely it is called as a ore. Complete this is called as a ore. This is called as a metal. When I will extract this metal by the different processes, then this branch it is called as a metallurgy. This complete it is called as a ore, and this single it is called as a metal. When this ore it is found in a mines, then it is called as a minerals. Understood or not? Complete ore, when it is found in a mines, then it is called minerals, and from this we can isolate metals. Then this process it is called as a metallurgy. Next, so already we discussed metallurgy. It is nothing but the science of extraction of metals from their ores and by the process of purification. But what kind of the metallurgical processes we can implement? So we have basically three steps are there. So first, concentration of the ore, second, reduction, and third, refining. Okay, so what are the different processes we have? We have different processes, but all the processes include three different steps. So what are the three different steps? Concentration of the ore, reduction, and refining. Suppose I will ask you question for 1 mark. What are the different steps in any kind of the metallurgical process? That time you can write, sir, concentration of the ore, this is the first step, reduction it is the second step, and third one it is a refining. Okay, so what is meant by the concentration of the ore? Concentration of the ore is the removal of impurities from the ore. Removal of impurities from the ore. So what kind of the impurities may present? Impurity may be the sand, impurity may be the soil, or impurity may be the any kind of the substance which is not desirable in that main component, main substance. Already we discussed. Suppose I am interested in this one. This is a metal. I want this one. But along with this one, different components are get attached. So this is called as the impurity. So when I will remove this impurity, it means its concentration is increased. Because we are decreasing this one, it means increasing this one. So concentration of the ore, it means increasing the percentage of metal or removing impurities from the ore. Understood or not? Okay, so this is the first step, concentration of the ore. The second, reduction. What is meant by the reduction? The process of obtaining the metal from its compound. Okay, obtaining metal. How we can easily obtain a metal from its ore? Suppose along with this ore, some other impurities may present. Maybe the sand present, soil present, maybe the gravel present, stone present, clay present. When we remove all this impurity, we get ore. Obviously, we get ore. It means we increase the percentage of ore, we increase the percentage of metal. but I'm not interested in that ore. I'm interested in a metal. So what I will do reduction. What is mean by the reduction? Reduction, it means adding something so that it can easily remove and we can easily get this one. Adding something so that it can easily remove and we get this one, or increase the concentration of this one. This is called as a reduction by chemical means, obviously. So what is required? It required chemical processes. Okay, in concentration of the ore we can do physically, okay? We can do different kind of the processes, but in the reduction it is a chemical process. Compulsory you should add something so that this can easily remove and you can get this one. This is called as a reduction. Next one, refining. Obviously, once we get a metal, suppose we get a metal, is it pure? Obviously, we remove impurity, but whatever we get this metal, it is not 100% pure. So we want to pure, we want to refine. That time only we can use it. So this is nothing but the final step of metallurgical process. So what is refining? Is the process of purification of impure to obtain a pure metal. Okay, so these are the three different steps of metallurgical process. Next, physical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, so already we know that metals, non-metals are there, they are different, they react different with a different element. So what is the difference between these? Metals, they are solid with some exception, mercury. Non-metal, they can solid, liquid or the gases. Already we learned in a last lecture. So this part is very important for your next class, in class 9th, in class 10. So that's why I am repeating this one. This is the basic of chemistry. So that's why we are repeating again and again. So metals are hard, with the exception sodium, potassium, they are very soft. They are soft, but most of the metals are hard. Non-metals which are solid are brittle. Diamond is the hardest form. It means they are generally soft with some exception. They are hard with some exception. They have the metallic luster. It means they can easily shine. Okay, they have the metallic luster. Non-metals, they do not have a luster, but some have the luster. So which non-metal which have a luster? Example is iodine. You can see iodine, it is crystals form and they are show very fine lustrous in nature. Metals have high boiling point. As they are hard in nature, they require very high temperature to melt out. So that's why they have the high melting point and boiling point. Non-metals, they have low melting point and boiling point. Metals are malleable. What is mean by the malleable? Malleable, it means they can made into thin sheets. When we hammer on such a metal, we can easily convert it to sheets. This property is called malleability, but such a malleability property not shown by this non-metal. Then ductility. What is meant by ductility? From such a metal we can easily withdraw wire, metallic wire, copper wire, zinc wire, okay, any kind of the wire we can easily withdraw from the metal. So they show the ductility, they show the malleability, they do not show malleability, they do not show ductility. They are good conductor of heat and electricity. We know that metals, they can easily carry the heat and they can easily carry the electricity, but non-metal, they do not carry the heat and electricity. But one exception is that graphite. Always remember, graphite is one of the non-metal. It can easily carry electricity. Metals are sonorous. It means when we tap on the surface of the metal, they produce sound. This property is called sonorous. But non-metal, they are non-sonorous. They do not show the property of sonority. Next, chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Reaction with oxygen. What is reaction? Metal react with oxygen to form metallic oxide. What is meant by the oxide? Oxide, it means when metal they combine with oxygen to form a oxide. So these oxides are basic oxide because they react with the water and to form a basis. I will show you reaction. This is a metal. Okay, so this is the oxygen. This metal react with the oxygen to form metal. It is a metal and oxygen. So it forms metal oxide. And when this metal oxide react with water, to form bases. What is meant by the bases? Actually, three important terms are there: acid, bases, and salt. Acids, those solutions which have the pH less than 7. Bases, solution whose pH is more than 7. And neutral are the solution whose pH is exactly 7. So when such a metal oxide combine with the water to form bases, okay, it means magnesium oxide combined with water to form magnesium hydroxide. What form? Magnesium hydroxide. It is a magnesium oxide. These oxide react with the water to form magnesium hydroxide, and this magnesium hydroxide is a basic in nature. And what is meant by the basic in nature? Solution whose pH is more than 7. So 2-3 terms you should keep in your mind. What is meant by the acid whose pH is less than 7? What is meant by the base whose pH is more than 7? What is meant by the neutral whose pH is exactly 7? So when any metal react with oxygen to form oxide, metal oxide, and when this metal oxide combine with the water to form metal hydroxide. This MgH2 to form magnesium hydroxide. So hydroxide it means OH, oxide it means O, oxygen means O2. So this hydroxide, metal hydroxide is formed when any kind of the metal react with the water. Next, reaction with water. So metal react with water to form a metal hydroxide and hydrogen. Already we discussed. Example you can take here. Sodium, this is a metal, react with water to form sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Obviously, what they mention here, to form metal hydroxide. So sodium hydroxide plus which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas is evolved. Now what is the symbol for the sodium? Na. What is the symbol for formula for the water? H2O. When they react with each other, to form a sodium hydroxide, NaOH, plus which gas is evolved? H2. So this is called as a balanced chemical equation. What is meant by the balanced chemical equation? You have to calculate total number of the atoms in a left hand side and right hand side. So how many sodium atoms are there? 2. Here sodium atom is 2. Here how many hydrogen atoms are there? 2 2s are, just you have to multiply it. 2 2s are 4. Here 2 hydrogen atoms plus 2, it means 4. How many oxygen atoms are there? 2O. Here 2O. If total number of the atoms are equal in right hand side and left hand side, we can say that this is a balanced chemical equation. We are writing a balanced chemical equation in chemistry. Okay, slowly you can easily know that how to balance chemical equation, but right now you have to keep in your mind metal, water, metal hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Now magnesium, this is a magnesium, H2O, MgOH taken twice plus H2. So this is the unbalanced chemical equation. This is not balanced. We have to balance it. So how we can balance it? Simply when we will write here 2H2O, this unbalanced chemical equation automatically balanced one. Okay. So right now just you have to keep in your mind magnesium, water, magnesium hydroxide, sodium, water, sodium hydroxide plus which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas is evolved. So this is a reaction of metal. Now what happens with the non-metal? Non-metal do not react with the water. Suppose I will ask you a question, how metals and non-metals they react with water. You can explain. Metals they react in this way, but non-metal they do not react with water. Reaction with acids. See, metal, this is a metal. Metal react with acid. This is the acid. Hydrochloric acid to form metallic salt. This is a metallic salt. Zinc chloride. This is a metallic salt. Plus which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas is evolved. You can see here. This is a metal react with acid HCl. Any acid. This is a unique reaction. When metal react with acid to form metallic salt. Plus which gas is evolved? Hydrogen gas is evolved. ZnCl2. ZnCl2 plus H2. If you try to balance total number of the atoms in LHS and RHS, you can see they are equal. So this is a balanced chemical equation. Next, most non-metals they do not react with acid. Okay, so some non-metals they like sulfur react with the concentrated nitric acid to form sulfur dioxide. Generally non-metal they do not react with the acid, but a few non-metal they react with concentrated acid. Which concentrated acid? What is in the concentrated? Very strong nitric acid. And what they form? They form sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide and water. Non-metal generally they do not react, but some non-metals they react with HNO3. Nitric acid it means HNO3. This is a nitric acid HNO3. It is a non-metal. Okay, what they form? Sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and water. Okay, then next, so this is we learn reaction of metal non-metal with oxygen, they form oxide. With the water they form hydroxide. Then with acid they form metallic salt plus hydrogen gas is evolved. I hope you understood this part. Next part we have activity series of metals. What is in the activity series? The arranging of metals in the decreasing order of their activity is called activity series of metal. Again I am repeating. You can see this is a reactivity series or activity series of metal. Okay, reactivity series. So they are arranged. What are arranged? Metals are arranged. How they are arranged? In the decreasing order. Decreasing order. What is decreasing order? Their reactivity. It means reactivity power is slowly decreasing. So what is meant by the reactivity series? Reactivity series, it is nothing but the arranging the metals. We are arranging the metals. How we are arranging the metals? Decreasing order. Decreasing order of its reactivity. This series it is called as the reactivity series of metal. Okay, so you can tell me which one is a highly reactive, this one or this one. Their reactivity series is decreasing. Okay, so that's why this is a highly reactive metal and it is a least reactive metal. It means it react vigorously, it react very fastly, it react very slowly, or non-reactive we can say that. When we arrange this order, this is called as a reactivity series. Okay, so this is called potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, ferrum. Ferrum it means iron, tin, lead, copper, mercury, silver and gold. There is one hint here to recall all the metal in their reactivity series. What is meant by the K? K it means Katrina. Katrina. How you can spell here? Katrina. Katrina ne car. What is meant by CA? Car. Mangi. Again I am repeating. Katrina. Katrina ne car. What is car? Car it means calcium. How you can pronounce here? Calcium. कटरीना ने कार मांगी. Which car? Alto. What is meant of Alto? AL, aluminium. Alto. Zen, Ferrari. Alto, Zen, Ferrari. You can leave this. Alto, Zen, Ferrari. PB. What is PB? Firbi. Again I am repeating. कटरीना ने कार मांगी. Alto, Zen, Ferrari. Leave this. Firbi. What is PB? Firbi. Q. Why? Q. What is one Q? Copper. Firbi Q. Milli. Milli it means mercury. What is the name of this Hg? Mercury. Milli. Firbi Q. Milli. Silver. Audi. Again I am repeating 2 times. कटरीना ने कार मांगी. अल्टो, ज़ेन, फरारी. फिर भी क्यू मिली सिल्वर ऑडी. Again I am repeating. कटरीना ने कार मांगी. अल्टो, ज़ेन, फरारी. फिर भी क्यू मिली सिल्वर ऑडी. So how exactly they are arranged? They are arranged in the decreasing order of their reactivity. So tell me which one is a reactive. Suppose I will give you 2 metals, this one and this one. Which one is highly reactive? Above one or bottom one? Above one. Magnesium is highly reactive, aluminum it is a least reactive. Among these, which one is highly reactive? Above one. As position of metal is above, it is highly reactive. As position of metal it is at bottom, it is a least reactive. So most reactive, least reactive. Top to bottom, reactivity decrease, and bottom to top, reactivity increase. This is called reactivity series of metal. I hope you understood this part. Okay, you can take one example here. Metal replaces. What is the metal replace metal? Which metal replace metal? Highly reactive metal replaces less reactive metal. More reactive metal replaces less reactive metal from its salt solution. So Mg. Now tell me, here metal is copper, here metal is Mg. So this metal it can easily replaces to copper. Copper get out, Mg can form a friendship with this SO4. So to form MgSO4 and copper it will outgo. So this will outgo and this will income. Okay, so this is nothing but magnesium. It is a highly reactive metal, while copper it is a less reactive metal. It means magnesium it can easily displaces to the copper to form MgSO4 plus copper. MgSO4 plus copper. So we want to cross check whether this is a highly reactive or not. So what will be your assumption? Mg should be lies above one or below this copper. You can check here Mg and copper. Here our Mg, and where is copper? Here. Below the position of metal, least reactive. Above the one, highly reactive. It means it can easily displaces to the copper. Next example we have zinc and Cu. Tell me which one is a highly reactive? Zinc is a highly reactive. It means it can easily displaces to the copper and to form ZnSO4 plus Cu. So zinc is highly reactive. This reaction is called metal replaces to another metal. Highly reactive metal replaces to the less reactive metal. So this is about the today's lecture. So you can revise this topic 2 times, 3 times, many times, because this is the basic for your class 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever you can say. So that's why I repeated whole lecture what exactly we covered in last lecture. So please do revision on this. Okay, thank you.